Hello students, I hope all of you are fine. So let's start our today's class. Okay. So today we will discuss about democracy and us. That is the 7th chapter. Okay. So students, we know India is a democratic country. But what is democracy? When the representatives are elected by the people, then that structure or that system of government is called democratic government. Okay. So, in India, the power of governance is divided into three heads, and they are legislature, that makes the law, then executive, they execute the law, and judiciary, that resolves all the disputes in our country. Okay. Then, students, another important point, that is the structure of the government. Students, the structure of our government is federal. So now the question is, what is federal structure? Students, when the powers are being distributed, then that structure of government is called federal structure. So if you look at the structure of our government, you can see that the powers has been divided between the states and the central government. So state government and central government, right? And students, of for the purpose of smooth governance, our constitution has made some provisions, okay, on how the power should be divided between the center and the state governments. So it has provided us three lists. These are union list, then state list, and concurrent list. So what is union list? Okay, the union list contains the subjects that are of national importance, such as defense. So in the union list, okay, the national importance has been included. It can be like defense system, then foreign affairs and currency. These all are national issues. Okay, so it is included in union list. Then we will move towards the next, that is state list. If you look at the state list, you will find that this list contains the subjects that are the importance to a state. Okay, so the issues which are important to a state has been included in state list. Okay, so a state government can make laws on these subjects. Okay, so these issues are under the observation or governance of state government. Then we have, students, concurrent list. What is it? Students, the issues which are observed both by the state government and central government is discussed in these concurrent lists. Okay, it includes subjects like education and forests. These are the importance for center and state both. So these issues has been included in concurrent list. Then at the very first of the video, we have learned that the three heads of the government are legislature, executive, and judiciary. So what is legislature? Okay, so students, the Parliament of India is called the legislature. Okay, so we also call it as Sanshad. Okay, in news you can see they talk about Sanshad. So it is called the legislature of the Union government, and it has, students, two houses, that is Lok Sabha or lower house, and Rajya Sabha, that is upper house. Okay, lower house and upper house. So students, the members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are known as MP. So full form of MP is Member of Parliament. Okay, so the Member of Parliaments are called as MPs, or okay, and the members of State Legislative Assembly are called MLA. Okay, so members of the Legislative Assembly. Okay, And students, the Legislative Assembly of State is also called as Vidhan Sabha. Okay, you have to keep these things in your mind. So you can be asked that what is the difference between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? Then what is the difference between Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha? What is the difference between MP and MLA? Okay, these things you have to keep in your mind. And students, another important topic is that the members of the Lok Sabha and the MLAs are elected by the people for a term of 5 years. Okay, but the members of the Rajya Sabha have a term of 6 years, and 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years. So these things are very important. Short questions will come from these things. Okay, so members of Lok Sabha and MLA are elected for 5 years. Okay, and what are the functions of the legislature? Students, legislature is responsible for making the laws of the land. So we can say that legislature is the lawmaker of our country. Then it also controls the finances. Okay, so except making laws, they also control the financial matters. Okay, so every year like they prepare the budget, annual budget, and then the budget is passed in the legislature. Okay, so students, you must keep in your mind that legislature also keeps control over the functioning of the executive branch. Okay, so the executive branch is accountable to the legislature only. And in that similar way, if we talk about the state legislative assembly, it also functions in a similar way. And students, if we talk about the executive, okay, as we know that legislature, what does it do? It actually makes the law, and executive branch executes the law after getting passed by the legislature. Okay, and students, the executive branch consists of president, then vice president, and prime minister, and his or her council of minister. Okay, in for every government, okay, there is a council of ministers, okay, who works under the prime minister. And then students, president is the head of the government. You must understand this. Okay, president is the head of the government, though real power rests in the council of ministers headed by the prime minister. So it is said that president is the head of the government, but actually the real power rests in the hand of prime minister only. Okay, and the council of ministers, but council of ministers works under the prime minister. Okay, and we know that a prime minister is actually a representative from the winner party. Okay, the ruling party which wins the majority seats. Okay, so prime minister belongs to that party which has a majority. And similarly, students, governor is the head of a state, but like prime minister enjoys the real power in center, in state the chief minister enjoys the real power, though governor is the head of a state. Okay, and students, the governor is appointed by the president of India. One work for you is that you have to find out the name of the governor of West Bengal, okay, who has recently visited our North Bengal also. Okay, now he is in Siliguri. So students, then we will discuss about judiciary. So as at the very beginning of the video we have learned that the function of the judiciary is to resolve the disputes, right? So the function of the judiciary is to resolve the disputes. So students, for each and every country, it is necessary to have a independent judiciary system. Okay, and we also have a independent judiciary system. Okay, and in this judiciary system, Supreme Court of India is the highest court in the country. Okay, so Supreme Court is the highest court in the country, and it is based in New Delhi and is headed by the Chief Justice of India. Now, students, you have to find out the name of the former Chief Justice of India who belongs to your neighbor state. Okay, this is your homework. Then, students, after Supreme Court, we have High Court, which is below the Supreme Court. Okay, and in the hierarchy of courts in India, so High Court is below the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court is the highest court. Then we also have lower courts. Okay, like each district of our country has a district court also. So you have to keep the hierarchy in your mind. Okay, so district court, then high court, then Supreme Court. Students, this is it for today, and a detailed explanation will be given in your WhatsApp group. So stay safe. Bye bye.